Hi, this is the voice of Heidie Calero with another fascinating analysis of the Puerto Rico economy. And this time we have entitled our economic capsule as Lost Opportunity, Semiconductors. Puerto Rico has a great opportunity. Are we losing it? Where are we in this discussion table regarding semiconductors and that particularly important manufacturing of chips? The first graph that I'm depicting here is a shifts in location and trade in the world, the global environment. And this was 1999 through 2001. We were already seeing 2 decades ago this shift from the US and Europe, where to China, to the east. And all those red dots that you see there, they are facility shutdowns that had been closed during that period of 1999 through 2001, and even in Europe, as you see there. And the green dots are the expansion of these facilities, mostly in China. This was already taking place. Look at the blue arrow, the shift moving from the west towards the east, and Puerto Rico losing its opportunities as to production on the US flag. The next graph that I'm depicting for you is the decline in semiconductor and electronics in Puerto Rico manufacturing. The columns are the number of establishments in Puerto Rico back in 1995, just the year before Section 936 of the U.S. tax code was given to Congress to eliminate, and we were given 10 years as a sunset for the complete and virtual elimination of that important section that gave Puerto Rico manufacturing at global dimensions. Well, in 1995, we had 75 of those manufacturing operations here in Puerto Rico. As of the fourth quarter of 2021, we were down to 31. We still have operations here, but it's down to more than half of what we used to have in 1995 before Section 936 was just given up and Congress accepted Puerto Rico's invitation to eliminate it from the U.S. tax code. The orange line that you see there is the employment that was taking place. In 1995, we had 16,755 jobs in this sector. As of the fourth quarter of 2021, we had 6,443. Almost 10,300 jobs lost totally in manufacturing in Puerto Rico. We lost between 70 to almost 90,000 jobs during this same period. And of those, like 10,300 in this important sector of chips. So in terms of number of establishments on an annual basis, we lost 3%, and in terms of jobs, 4% annually since 1995 during this 26-year period. The next table depicts which are the top countries for semiconductor manufacturing in 2021. Number 1 position is Taiwan with 65% market share in that manufacturing production. Second position is South Korea with 15%. The US in third position with only 7%, not even close to what Taiwan or even South Korea have. And then China is in the fourth position with 6%. If we add China and Taiwan, which is part of China, we have 71% of the world market in chips dominated by China. And then finally, other countries, it's in the number 5 position with 7%. The next final table that I'm depicting for you in this economic capsule is the growth of semiconductor and the electronics market. As you see there, the market share as of 2029, it's being forecasted to be $1 trillion. Yes, so many zeros, we can't even count them. This table has 3 main sections. The first column is the drivers of this market, which are government subsidies, and it's not just the US. That includes China, it includes India, it includes Japan. The organic electronics, which are taking more and more traction, and then government incentives, again, in different countries, especially India and China. And then the size of market in 2029, as I said, it's $1 trillion. and we have artificial intelligence, which is important for this manufacturing that requires research and development. Puerto Rico has so many universities. We have the My West campus of the UPR, we have Turabo of the Ana Jimenez University, we have the Polytechnic University. Why can't Puerto Rico be present at that discussion of having more R&D? We have almost all cars have all these chips, and now part of that production is stalled because they do not have access to enough of these chips, be it because production demand surpasses the production of in Taiwan, as well as many of these ports which were closed in China and Taiwan, even because of COVID-19. So there are different drivers there and obstacles. As I said before, Taiwan has the #1 position, but so does China, so does India, and the U.S. proposal now, which is being discussed in the U.S. Congress, is for $52 billion in subsidies for U.S. manufacturers to bring to the United States, or at least to U.S. flag frontier, to have these producers here and reduce the dependence on all these foreign producers, mostly in China and Taiwan. And definitely it's an increase of almost 6% annually in this market. 12 to 14% are for the automotive chips, and that's $65 billion market in 2022. And definitely Taiwan is #1 in chips manufacturing. China is a key location. India is already engaging in $30 billion for its own production in manufacturing of these chips. And the U.S. proposal is $52 billion. But in addition to that, they are in that bill, they're proposing $45 billion for the supply chains to sort of neutralize this disruption that is occurring, and that includes infrastructure in the U.S. ports, making it more agile in terms of ground transportation, and even further in terms of other incentives that are being given. Where is Puerto Rico? This is U.S. This is U.S. flag production. It's close to the U.S. It's cheaper in terms of salaries. Maybe electricity, we're not that competitive, but we have the know-how to do it. Where is Puerto Rico in this discussion? Where is the Secretary of Economic Development? Where is the governor? Where is AFAF? Where are the other organizations in Puerto Rico that are in charge of making economic growth? I'm not even talking about development. Economic growth. Let's make it happen. Wake up, Puerto Rico. We are losing opportunities. Don't forget, those of you who like our economic capsules, to go to the Voice of Heidie Calero in YouTube, to subscribe, give us a like in those capsules that you like, and don't forget that the economy is all of us. Thank you.